The Warpaints Fanatic colors are neatly arranged in 6-color triads. I judge that the color designs of the Warpaints Fanatic are good just by looking at the bottles in my unboxing video. But I doubted the triad that we're testing today. And this triad is the Cool Reds triad. I doubted it and I was wrong.
Today we are painting this very detailed 3D printed miniature from Gamak. In this video, I'll show you the painting of this miniature with Warpaints Fanatic. We will primarily paint with the Cool Reds Triad, but I'll show you the painting of the rest of the model briefly at the end of the video. In this video, I'll show you like the painting or the layering with Warpaints Fanatic, and of course, we'll talk about a bit about color depth. As usual, watch until the end of the video for our tip time.
I'm Don, welcome to our studio.
This channel is supported by all these awesome brands. And of course, this channel won't be possible without the support of my patrons. We are using my Redgrass V2 wet palette, and of course, we're going to use the single-use wet palette paper. Quick tip, lay down your palette paper for a few seconds as it absorbs the paper. This will ensure that you don't have wrinkles in the paper and everything is moist. This model is very detailed and basically I just primed it with spray can. I must admit, I kinda procrastinated in the painting of this model because of the amount of detail, especially on the base. In this video, I'll also talk you through the painting or my thoughts while I'm painting this mini. First, we do a coverage test. Like people at YouTube, my subscribers always want to see the coverage, which is very much advertised by Army Painter. So the coverage of this color is very, very good. Although I would advise to thin the paints and apply in 2 thin coats. The coverage is very good, especially for a red paint. However, again, I recommend that you paint in 2 thin coats even though the coverage is very good. By applying in 2 thin coats, you'll produce the best finish. I don't really paint the bright base colors most of the time because I like layering from darker colors. But I just needed to show the coverage of this color.
I'm being a smart ass here and we're breaking the 6-color triad into 3 groups. Like the first darker group will be the shade colors, and the middle colors would be the base colors, and the two lighter colors would be the highlight colors. Breaking the 6-color triad will make explaining a little bit easier for me. First, we paint the dark shade colors, which are the 2 darker shades in the 6-color triad.
I doubted this Cool Reds Triad from the onset because of the name. Because Cool Reds, red is a warm color. So I basically doubted the Triad because of the name primarily. So seriously though, I find that the dark shade colors are a little bit too bright. If you've seen my older videos, whenever I paint over black primer, I tend to like the initial colors to be a little bit darker. With this one, although it has really, really good coverage, I'm not used to painting or layering over black primer with brighter colors. Basically, by painting darker colors over black primer, you kinda create more volume as you paint lighter colors on top.
Now we paint the base colors. These are the 2 middle colors in the 6-color triad.
Now, like I said in my previous videos of Warpaints Fanatic videos, you have 2 options in terms of the base colors. You have the darker base color and the actual or lighter base color. The quickest way to maximize these two base colors is to paint the darker color on the lower side of the model and paint the brighter base color on the upper side of the model. In this manner, you create quick variation with your base color.
Now we paint the highlight colors. These are, of course, the two lightest color in the six color triad.
Now, the two highlight colors I really like. They're vibrant and bright enough to serve as your highlight color, at least for this triad. It's important to note though that a triad is basically varying values of the same color or practically one color. However, Army Painter created very nice variations within one triad. It doesn't feel like it's just like adding white paint or lighter color on the lighter side of the triad and black or darker colors on the darker side of the triad. They created unique colors within one triad. As I paint these highlight colors of this Cool Reds triad, I'm starting to really appreciate the design, like the color design that Army Painter did with this specific color triad. As you paint the highlight colors, you start to see that the overall painting of the model, or at least the red parts, really does look like Cool Reds. In the Patreon video version of this painting project, I explained how to extend this particular triad to produce more color contrast and depth. However, I must admit, even though I doubted this triad, this Cool Reds triad at the beginning of the painting process, I must admit that Army Painter did a really good job in producing a very well-designed triad. After painting both the highlight colors on top of the layering of this painting, it does look like Cool Reds.
Now, before I reveal a ton of thanks to all you guys, my subscribers, and of course to all my patrons. Special thanks to all my patrons. Without you, this channel won't be possible.
Now it's time for our tip time.
Like I said earlier, I doubted this Cool Reds Triad system or Triad, and I was wrong. And I think it's safe to say to never doubt the design, the color designs of the Triad system by Warpaints Fanatic.
Now you could see this video with the black background that the red tones are really kind of cool-ish. It's not similar to the warmer tones of the warm red triad. Now the cool-ish red tones really complemented the gold color because gold is a warm color or a warm tone color. So you have a very nice complementing colors with the warm gold trims and of course the cool reds. So although I decided to limit my color palette within this triad system, we kind of see that the color design is very effective. Although not shown in this YouTube video, I kinda showed that Patreon how I extended the highlights with a different color. And that means I kinda differentiated the armor parts, which should be they should look shinier than the cloth parts. The subtle addition of a cooler and brighter highlight really made the armor look like it's armor. It's harder than the cloth parts. You can also see in the finished model that I added green and blue tones and dark blue tones. Basically, I used those washes from the Warpaints Fanatic. They do have green tone, blue tone, and dark blue tone, which I applied on the base. This kind of gave more separation if I weren't in between the testing this cool and the main system model. And I weren't showing you the actual layering you produce just by using all the 6 colors. I will paint this model. However, I must say I'm happy with the result. I'm curious though, what is your favorite paint? And tell me at the comment section below. Also, were you convinced that this cool red triad is kinda cool?
That's it, Pansit. I hope you like this video. Until next video, guys. Bye!
My next video will be the painting of this Typhus, which is my 40k subs giveaway. So don't forget to subscribe. Now, if you like this video, do check out my other videos.